guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, my name is Anne, and if you have been here already, welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I created this minty glam look. I feel like even though there's like a lot going on my eyelids, I feel like it doesn't really look like I have like a lot of makeup on. I think because the colors are quite soft. So I think it's definitely still wearable. Some of you might not feel like that, but for me personally, I kind of feel like I have a lot on, but it doesn't really look like that, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really like how it turned out. I wanted to do like a spring inspired makeup look, but also a look that would be like suitable for prom, because I received a lot of messages if I wanted to do prom looks. I know prom is on its way for a lot of people, so this is the look that I came up with, which I think is kind of spring inspired and also prom inspired. So for this look, I played with the Jaclyn heel. So yeah, this is what I came up with. I'm gonna show you like the whole process, also my face makeup. So let's get started. So the first thing I always do is prime my eyelids, and I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And to apply this, I'm taking my Sigma Beauty brush in the number P84, and I'm using this brush to apply it all over my eyelid. I did make a video where I'm gonna explain really in depth on how I prime my eyelids, what my favorite primers are, and the reason behind this, and that video will go up really soon. Really excited because I feel like primer is like the most important step when it comes to eyeshadow. So if you're interested in that, it will be up on my YouTube channel really soon. So now I'm setting it with a little bit of powder, and then today I'm gonna use this Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna start with this kind of turquoise kind of color. I'm gonna blend this all over my crease. I feel like this shade is quite dark to begin with. I personally prefer to go in with lighter shades first and then build it up by going darker and darker. So normally I would never go straight in with a dark shade like this. But since this palette doesn't have like a light greenish or blue kind of color, I felt like I'm just gonna straight in with this color and I'm just gonna see how it works. And I just try to like not apply too much product on my brush at once. At the end, it kind of ended up that I did apply a lot on my brush, to be honest, but it blended out really easily, thankfully, so I had no problems with blending it whatsoever. But you can also go in with a light brown color and blend that first in your crease, but that will definitely create a different kind of color because the brown shade will mix with this turquoise kind of color, and then you will get like a total different color, which can be beautiful if you're going for that. But I really wanted this color to be as it is in the palette, so I wanted to use that as my first shade only. So then when I'm done with blending this all over my crease, I'm going in with this white color. So this is not in the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palettes, but I wanted to use like a light color for underneath my brow bone, and I personally prefer to use like a matte color. Now the palette from Jaclyn Hill also has a lot of light colors with a sheen. If you are into like a really nice shimmery brow highlight, you can definitely use one of those colors because it does have two really beautiful colors, but I prefer to keep it matte. Then I went in with that blending brush I used earlier, and just with whatever was left on it, I blended around the edges. And now I'm taking a blending brush with a little bit of concealer on it. I'm just gonna blend it around the edges of my eyeshadow. So this is a trick that I'm recently doing, and I think it's so easy because sometimes you just don't have like a really smooth end at the eyeshadow. And this way you can kind of manipulate that. It's super easy. Definitely try out this trick because it definitely made my whole eyeshadow process a little bit easier. Like normally I would use a sticky tape, but this is just as easy. Then now the next color I'm going in with is this super dark green color, and I'm gonna blend a little bit of that in my outer V area. I didn't really know what I was going for when I created this eye look, so you can also do this before using that concealer because this will kind of make it look messy again. So I might as well could do this straight after blending that turquoise kind of color and then do that concealer trick by smoothing out the edges. I just wanted to mention that because I am going in with concealer after doing this. So you might as well skip the part that I just did with concealer. So I'm just gonna blend this all over my outer V area, and I'm also going in with a little bit of black eyeshadow later to really like darken up that outer V. And I think this is such an easy trick to like create a lot of depth in your outer V area, which I think is really beautiful. And also I had no problem with blending this. I think the Jaclyn Hill palette is such an amazing palette. I feel like the eyeshadows are just so smooth and easy to blend out. And my palette also looks really dirty because I'm using it so often, but that's just because I like it so much. So now I'm going in with that black eyeshadow and just doing the same as I just did with the dark green color. Just kind of blending a little bit in the outer V area and just to kind of trying to not apply too much, because black can definitely be hard to work with. If you apply too much, you're kind of screwed. So just start with a little bit. You can always add more. I feel like this is the trick when it comes to black eyeshadow. You just don't go in with too much product like in one. And also the brush that I'm using for this is the Morphe M506, which is like a really nice tiny blending brush, which I think I use in every video. It's definitely a must-have brush. And if you guys like, I can do a video where I go in depth on what my favorite brushes are. Let me know. So now I'm gonna use this Matte and Metal Melted Shadow from Huda Beauty. And I'm gonna use like that shimmery side, which is such a beautiful color, and I really wanted to use it for today's eye look because I used the Matte and Metals before from Huda Beauty. I will put some videos in the description where I use them, and I just really love them. They're so easy to use. They kind of remind me of the Stila, what is the name of them? Like the really popular glitter liquids from Stila. And they're basically the same. I really love those products because they're so easy to apply. When they dry, they stay in place perfectly. So yeah, it just gives like this really intense shimmer, which I really love. And this will make your eye look kind of look like you put a lot of effort and it's super glamorous, but yet it's so easy to do, and it will just give your whole eye look a little bit of an extra twist, if that makes sense. And if any of you know like a really nice drugstore brand which has a similar product like this, definitely let me know in the comments, because I would love to do like a drugstore version of a eye look like this. Then I'm going in with this turquoise shimmery color, which is next to that other shade that we blended all over in the crease. I'm gonna pack a little bit of that in the middle part of my eyelid, and I'm just gonna kind of apply it straight on top of that metal liquid eyeshadow that we applied before. And because both of them have like a shimmer, it kind of blends perfectly together. Then now for my eyeliner, I'm gonna use this black liner from Maybelline, one of my favorite drugstore gel eyeliners. I think it's so amazing. It's really creamy and super black, and I think I like it. Well, I like it more than any like high-end eyeliner I've used so far. So definitely get your hands on this one if you're searching for a nice gel eyeliner. And yeah, I'm just gonna apply a simple line. I didn't want it to go for a winged liner today. I feel like I just wanted to kind of keep the focus on the shimmery on the eyelid, so just keep it really simple. Then on top of that, I'm going in with the NYX Cosmetics Matte Liquid Liner, and this is to make it even blacker. And I just really like whenever I do a gel eyeliner, I apply liquid liner on top of it. I feel like it gives more of a black finish and it gives more dimension because you're applying layers. Okay, so my eyes are finished for now. I'm gonna first apply some face products, and the first thing I'm gonna apply is this Hangover primer from Toofaced, which is a really nice primer. And then for my foundation, I'm gonna use the Nars Cosmetics Radiant Longwear foundation. I use it in the shade Barcelona. This is my all-time favorite foundation. Whenever you see me film a video where I don't include my foundation routine, this is probably the foundation that I'm using. I think it's so beautiful. It has a full coverage, but yet it really makes your skin look amazing. I just really love this foundation, basically. Then now I'm gonna use this concealer from Tarte Cosmetics in the color Light Sand, and applying this at my chin, a little bit underneath my eyes. Also, I'm gonna use this for my nose and my forehead. Lately, I'm using a lighter concealer than I used before. Normally, I use the shade Light Medium, but mine is empty. I really need to get a new one. But I also really like to use like a lighter concealer now and then to get like more of that highlighted effect. And now I'm blending this in using a damp beauty blender. Now to make my skin glowy, I'm gonna use this liquid highlighter from I'm not really sure what the name is, Be Creative or Be Cosmetics, I'm not sure, but I will put the name in the description bar. And then I'm gonna set it with this Cover FX setting powder, which is a really nice setting powder. It doesn't like really give you like coverage, but it's just a really nice powder to set your foundation. Then now I'm gonna finish my eyes, and I'm gonna use that Matte and Metals again from Huda Beauty. We used the metallic side for the eyelid, and I'm gonna use the matte side for underneath the lower lash line. I just wanted to try and use this for my lower lashes. I've never used like a product like this for the lower lashes, but I just wanted to see how it worked. And I feel like it really blended out nicely. So now for underneath the lower lash line, I'm also going in with that really dark green shade, which we also use for the outer V. And I'm taking a flat diviner brush from Sigma Beauty and really trying to press this as close as possible against my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna use a different color and blend that in between the dark green shade and the matte liquid eyeshadow from Huda Beauty. And then you will get like a really nice transition from dark to light. And I feel like that cream that I used underneath the lower lash line, that Huda Beauty one, I feel like because it's a cream, you can really blend it out a little bit lower and it will just look really nicely faded out. And maybe I will do this more often. I really liked it, and of course because it's a liquid product, it will also stay perfectly in place. So if you have like watery eyes really often and your eyeshadow doesn't stay in place underneath the lower lash line, definitely give this a try and hopefully it will work for you. Then I'm going in with this light color and I'm gonna pop a little bit of that in the inner corner. You could have also used this at the beginning for underneath the brow when I was like using that matte white color, but I prefer not to do that, like I said. But for the inner corner, I think it's really beautiful. So now I'm taking the Makeup Studio 4D mascara, using this for my upper lashes and my bottom lashes. And of course, like always, I'm also gonna use some fake eyelashes because I feel like that definitely complements this whole makeup look. So now I'm gonna use these gorgeous lashes. I kind of forgot the name, but I will put them down in the description bar. These are really beautiful, dramatic, and they have like long hairs and shorter hairs. And I think because this is quite a dramatic eye look, I think it will suit perfectly. So now that I'm done with my eyes, I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face, and the first thing I want to do is apply something on my lips. So I'll be using this lip liner from NYX Cosmetics, which is the Slide On Glide On pencil in the color Sugar Glass. A really beautiful color. I've been using it a few times on my channel. I think it's like a really nice dupe for MAC Strip Down, and I'm gonna use this to line my lips. Then now to fill in my lips, I'm gonna use this lipstick, which is also from NYX. I think I used this color like a really long time ago in one of my drugstore videos, and it's really beautiful, so I wanted to use it for today's video. It's the NYX matte lipstick in the color Dainty Daze. It's so beautiful. Also, the Suede lipsticks from NYX, I think they're one of the best drugstore lipsticks. They are just like really pigmented and the texture is just so comfortable. So if you are searching for like a nice lipstick, definitely check out their Suede matte lipsticks. They're really good. So this is how the color looks. It's like a really nice nude pinky peachy color, and it's not super matte. It definitely feels like really comfortable, and my lips are super dry at the moment, so this is perfect because it doesn't really show like that dry texture on my lips. Then now to warm up my skin, I'm gonna use this Makeupgeek bronzer, which used to be one of my favorite bronzers, but I haven't used it in a while because I just put it somewhere where I couldn't see it, so I just forgot about it. But it's the Makeupgeek Sunkissed Fair Skin Bronzer, which is really beautiful. So I'll be using this one today. And to apply this, I'm taking this Jaclyn Heel and Morphe brush in the number G802. Also applying it underneath the jaw, and whenever I do this, I kind of flatten my brush like this. And then I kind of use it as a way to contour my jawline. It probably looks like really weird, but it works for me. It just makes the line a little bit sharper. So this is how it looks, and it's just a really nice soft bronzer, which is not too orange. But I do want to say, I feel like I kind of need a little bit more warmth today. I just want to do like a really bronzy look. So I am going in with this MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Powder in the shade Medium Deep with that same brush, and I'm just going over like where I just applied the other bronzer from Makeupgeek, just to warm it up slightly. Now for my highlighter, I'm going to use this palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is a glow kit. I feel like I haven't really played with their glow kits in a while, and this one is the Sweets palette. And I'm going to take this color called Butterscotch, which is a really gorgeous soft golden champagne shade. And to apply this, I'm using the Morphe brush, which comes in a collection. I don't really know the name, but it has like a glittery black handle. I really love this highlighter. I feel like this was one of my favorite glow kits from Anastasia. And then this particular color, I think it's really beautiful and it just goes so well with my skin color. And then now the last step is applying some blush, and I'll be using this palette from NYX Cosmetics, which is the Sweet Cheeks blush palette. And I'm going in with this shade right here. And I'm gonna mix a little bit of this one together with that one. And then this is the end result. I really hope you all enjoy watching today's video. I really like how it turned out. I think this is definitely a nice spring look using those really soft minty colors. Also, I think this eye look will be perfect for prom. I received a few messages from girls that wanted me to do a prom look, and I think this is definitely suitable. You can wear it with a black dress, like with a really dark, like my Audivie kind of dress, or with a white dress. I think this is definitely suitable for prom, so hopefully you guys like this. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any questions or any suggestions for my next upcoming videos. And yeah, I just really hope you all enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!
Hiding in the dark, but we can see it through the lens that has captured us, so don't let it go. Get up to see me fall. We are standing in two time zones all at once. Can't take hold. Our minds are far apart, but we don't need to talk. SRLENT